Hey Darren, Ben, America's Baseball Camps, just touching base in regards to your swing from the Presidents Day camp, and just want to go ahead and get started here. Found a couple of things for you to work on in regards to your swing and taking that good athletic person that you are and helping you get to the next level. So let's go ahead and break down a couple of things that I see in regards to your swing, and let's start with your stance here. So let's back it up a couple swings here. Stance looks in pretty good shape in regards to very athletic, nice bend in the legs, nice and strong. You have your feet straight ahead. Your hands are in a good position to start. Your eyes are on the baseball, nice and tall with our posture. So from a stance standpoint, it looks pretty good. I do notice right away, let's talk about this in regards to our levels. So I'm going to draw a line there, and then as I go to swing, let's see where you end up with your eyes at contact. And the reason this is so important is you'll see there's a huge gap between the start and your contact spot, and we can't have that big a drastic of level of changes in regards to our swing. So make sure you stay nice and tall, but we have to figure out a way to be somewhere in the middle here where your eye levels don't have that big a level change. Because it's hard enough hitting a pitch that's coming, let alone if you're going up and down and the ball's moving as well. So figure out a way for you to keep that posture and keep those levels where you're not that drastic of a change. And typically what that means is if you get too low, you're going to start working uphill. And the first few swings that I've seen, we're kind of working uphill or we're underneath the baseball. And that's something that if we keep our posture better and stay taller, we'll have a tendency to work more downhill. So what I would do is I would take a bucket and flip it over, and we'll use that as a bucket, and then I'll put a tee on top of the bucket, and I'll work on hitting off kind of a high tee, so you're working downhill, you're keeping your posture nice and tall. I would also tape up a mirror at home, just of duct tape or something on a mirror, and then when you start and finish your swing, see if you end up on that line that you started with your eye level. So just a couple drills that you can do as I go. Pretty long stride. Make sure that you don't overstride. That's going to be another thing that's going to take off your posture. If you do overstride, I think your stride's a little bit too long. But I think you can be more consistent if you just tone it down a little bit. My thought is to maybe get our stride more in this area. And you can see it's just kind of pretty far past that. I would bring it in about a half a foot or so. It's going to keep that posture, that upper body nice and tall. You can see because you took so long of a stride, your posture is starting to come over, and I'm kind of sideways, and I'm going to start working uphill on that. So I think just bringing that in just a hair will make a big difference. You can see how sideways you are. The more you're sideways, the more your barrel is going to drag on you, and you're not going to be working downhill, because if your posture stays tall, it's going to make your bat beat stay tall, and I'm going to work more downhill. So something to really check out, because you're very athletic, but we got to change the way that the bat path goes, tone down the stride a little bit, keep that posture, don't change those angles, and those are some big things to work on. So going into another swing, kind of the same thing. You can see that ball is going at an upward angle where we want it to be going downhill. You're a little bit better shape in regards to our posture, but we still got to get on top of that top part of the ball and work downhill to really drive that baseball better. You can kind of see it kind of came through sideways a little bit to try to keep that posture nice and tall from not coming through sideways. So those things are going to make a big difference in our swing. Looking at one last swing here. A little bit better. Still underneath the ball. You can see we're pretty far over here on our posture. We're not straight up and down. And I think that's going to make a really big difference for you. You can see you're still really sideways and working uphill. So things to work on. I think it's going to make a big difference in your swing. So give it a shot and try it out. And we wish you guys have a great season.